Hello, Mixed Nutcases and Dog Days of Podcasting listeners. This is Noob Chus. And I missed another episode, but mostly it's because I've got company, and I did say I had company coming, and it's been a little tricky to record, mostly because my regular recording area is kind of blocked off, and also this is a small house. And it's really hard to find a quiet place to go and record. And I probably should do recording earlier in the day when I can go outside and things like that. So I'm going to try to remember to do that. But we'll see how I do. I've got company until Friday, so just a few days of intermittent recordings. So my sister got up on, and my niece and niece's boyfriend got up on Saturday. We had a lovely dinner. Tech made wings, smoked wings. Everybody loved them. We had a great time. Then Sunday, it was kind of a get to know the area sort of a thing and just kind of adjust after our long road trip. We had a party we were going to. We had to leave the house at 4 to get to a dinner at 5. So we had that going on. But it was a pretty chill day. So it was mostly hang around the house and kind of hang out and talk and chat and things like that. They brought up some games, which was really exciting. One of them was on my wish list, Buffer Time, which is a Lower Decks card game. Another one, we haven't played it yet, Blank Slate, and another one was Good Cup, Bad Cup. Again, we haven't played that one yet, but we did play Buffer Time today. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So, I got some birthday presents and we were having a lot of fun and things are going really good. And then today, and we went to my friend's party. My friend had invited my sister and my niece. So she didn't even know them, but I invited them to the party. So we had a lot of fun. So it was Happy Lynn Day, by the way, on the 16th. And then today, the 17th, it is Melissa Day. It is the Bathtub Mermaid's birthday. And this is always kind of fun because Melissa and I get to celebrate our birthdays together because we're just a day apart. And I always have a blast with that. And Melissa gets the coolest cakes lately. Oh my gosh. And Melissa gets all these great mermaid gifts, which are just amazing. But this year, Melissa actually sent me a tiny little wooden watercolor palette. And I've been having a little bit of fun with that. I'll try to get that posted up on Instagram. I did a little painting because she also sent me this tiny little watercolor book. So nice, so much fun. But today what we did is we got up early. Tech was going to be smoking a brisket, which meant he got up at 5 o'clock this morning, went downstairs, got the smoker going. And then he set up the Tiguan for overlanding and just went back to bed in the back of the Tiguan because we've got an overlanding camp set up. So he just, instead of coming back in the house, he just went to bed there so that he could tend to the brisket. And so he was going to stay home smoking brisket all day, which is lots of fun. And we went to the Agricultural and Food Museum, which is the experimental farm in the middle of Ottawa. And that was a lot of fun. And we got to explore that a little bit, but my sister had an attack of sciatica, unfortunately. And she has some serious back problems. And usually when she goes on vacation, she asks her doctor for some steroids just in case. And she didn't this time because she's been doing so well. But of course, she did just have, an 8-hour road trip. So, and she's been sleeping on an air mattress. So, she had a bit of an attack. And so we looked up a walk-in clinic, and she went to a walk-in clinic and she saw a doctor and she got some prednisone and already things are starting to get better and all that. So that was good. But the walk-in, because we were right in the middle of the city, the nearest walk-in urgent care that took walk-ins was actually right in the middle of the Byward. So that was kind of nice because it meant while she was doing that, my niece and my niece's boyfriend and I got to kind of explore and look around the Byward, and they were buying souvenirs for friends and things like that. So that was a lot of fun. And then we met for lunch and had a good time then. And then by the time my sister was done with the doctor and got her meds and everything, she just walked over and we all met for lunch and had a little snack, whatever. And then we had a fun continuation around the byword. And that was really good. My sister says, now, by the way, this walk-in was probably in the least ideal area. It was very busy while she was there. Somebody had an emergency, so it took longer than they anticipated. And she says, all in all, it took an hour from the moment she walked through the doors, because she was timing everything. It took an hour and 14 minutes until she had the pills in her hand. And she said, and it cost 90 Canadian for the visit, and it was like $13 Canadian for the pills. And she said, and that's probably one of the less desirable ways to go through the medical system up here. I think the worst would be going into the emergency room. And she said, all in all, I'm ready to sign up. She's like, that was my taste of the Canadian medical system. I'm ready to sign up. She absolutely loved how short the form was. But it ended up working out really well. And, and then we had a great time, and, we ended up going home and we were having fun and we were watching some videos and stuff. One of the horses, and on the way home, we stopped to see the RCMP horses, because when we were at the experimental farm, there was a retired RCMP horse that had been in the musical ride. And so when we got home, I showed them some videos of the RCMP musical ride that I had taken years ago. And so it was kind of neat. And if you're wondering, what is she talking about? Think marching band formations, but done with horses and Mounties. It's pretty neat. So, so we had a lot of fun. And then we played Buffer Time, which took a while to figure out all the rules and everything. But it was a lot of fun. I think, though, it could use a few more cards for some of the... There's some cards that... There could be more cards. And I think... I don't know. It might be fun to kind of build them up as, like, kind of the way you do Cards Against Humanity. But there's so many cute, funny in jokes. I would love if there were like DLC or just card expansions we could get. That would be even better. But it was a lot of fun, and we had a great time playing it. Tex Brisket was absolutely amazing. He made his beefy boy. He got the bark the way he's been wanting it, which he's been struggling with the bark. The smoke ring was like at least 1 centimeter thick. It was so good. Absolutely delicious. It was a wonderful day and a great way to celebrate Bathtub Mermaid Day. So tomorrow is my birthday, and the plan is we are going to get up early and we're going to go to the water park, and we're going to spend most of the day at the water park. Then we're going to come home and we're all going to shower and whatnot. And then for dinner, we are going to go out for sushi. And then after sushi, we're going to come home for Make Your Own Sundays. And it should be a fantastic time. I am very much looking forward to this. So should be a good birthday. It is. I am going into my last year in my 40s. So I am planning to have a nice birthday, and it's great to have family up here, especially because last year I was stuck in airport hell for my birthday. So it can only be better than last year. Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.